Welcome to the Screen Time Continuum. It is a wonderful Wednesday. My name is Keelan, and I am here with the fellas, Nick and Mike. Nick, how you feeling?
Hey man, happy Wednesday. I'm doing all right. How are you?
Yeah, I can't complain. I'm kind of in the mood to talk, so let's see what this review goes like.
Kind
What's
of.
going on?
Yeah.
Huh? Wait, what?
No, you say kind of. All right.
Yeah, kind of in the
Mhm.
mood to talk. Means depends on which way this discussion goes. How about you, Mike? How do you feel?
Fantastic.
Fantastic
hmm
or fantastic?
I don't know, man.
Or fan forced.
Fanforstic?
Fan
Is that
forced
what's
it.
that? What's that?
Man, I'm
The
right.
Fantastic Four movie.
Oh
And
snap!
they
I knew
branded
it.
it and they had the four between the fan and the tastic.
It's funny because
I,
I'm
I was
sitting
I was
here.
just trying to be positive for the podcast.
Oh no! Damn it! You see what happens when you change it up?
Just trying to be positive.
God dang you! All right, here we go. What's going on, guys? We are here to give you the review of Wednesday Screen Time Continuum's episode, the review of the movie 65. 65 is a film that is currently showing on Netflix. And let me pull everything up because I had everything up, but then I ended up going backwards. It is currently showing on Netflix. It came out March 10th of this year, 2023. It is written and directed by Scott Beck and Brian Woods. Also, on the producers list, I noticed Sam Raimi is one of the producers on this movie,
hmm
and Danny Elfman assisted with the music and the composition on this movie. So those are two names that jumped off the page to me. However, there was two music composers. The other music composer is Chris Bacon, and there was, I believe, a total of about 12 producers, and Sam Raimi was probably the last name on there. So there are some interesting names, but there is a lot of hands that went into getting this movie done, getting it put out, and putting together the product that we got a chance to review. On Google, let me tell you, this movie had a $60.7 million box office income. I never saw this movie advertised anywhere, so I'm not sure
Really?
what box office. Yeah, you saw this movie advertised?
Oh yeah, yeah, sure.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I never saw this movie advertised. Never heard anything about it until I ran across the trailer and gave it as a selection for us.
Oh
I didn't
wow.
even I didn't even know about it until it was streaming.
Right,
Really?
So yeah.
which I think was
Oh
when,
wow.
I think it might have just started streaming yesterday or today. But the day that was the first time I saw it. I saw the trailer and I was like, "Ooh, okay, let's do this."
I forgot what I saw it at a theater preview, and then I also saw it online previewed for a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I saw it a bunch.
Yeah, but are you one of those people who sit and watch like the 3 hour movie composition compilation?
No,
Like the
Oh,
movie trailer compilations.
no.
Oh.
I skim through those, and most of the time, I don't. When I do watch those compilations, it's only horror movies.
oh, okay. I must say, but you skimmed through them, so you could have ran. Okay, but never.
It's mostly horror movies, and sometimes movies like this, because it has what it has in it, will pop up because they kind of mash them all in together, and it's not the same thing. But what can you do?
I just want to let you know that I believe for Nick and I,
hmm
um, our answers would have just been no. So it sounds like your answer is yes, to me at least.
Moving right along.
hmm
So the movie 65 is rated PG-13. It runs for an hour and 33 minutes. It is starring Adam Driver, Ariana Blatt, who are literally the two people you'll see in this movie for, I'd say, 5/6 of the movie. Chloe Coleman, Nika, Nika King, Alexandra Shipp, Brian Dare, Josh Schaefer, Michael Kaplan, Edward Yobert, and Eric R. Salas.
There's
hmm
literally four people in this movie. What are we talking about?
Yeah, there's literally five people in this movie according to IMDb, but Google
Right,
has 10. I'm not sure why. I'm guessing all those
Oh,
well,
the people that were in the cryo freeze.
people.
right,
I'm
and the
thinking the people who
family.
were in the cryo freeze, and if there were any like voices, like the voice of the computer is probably the lady,
Hmm.
the lady who was in.
Yeah.
Um, But hey, overall, yeah, you're right. There's really only 5 people according to IMDb, and I already said their names, so I'm not gonna repeat it. Brian Dare is the only unaccredited name that is credited voice of the computer. So yeah, just gonna leave it at that. Let's get into what this movie is about. Let's tell you guys. So IMDb has it as after a catastrophic crash, pilot Mills quickly discovers he's actually stranded on an unknown planet. Now, with only one chance at rescue, Mills must make his way across the unknown terrain riddled with dangerous prehistoric creatures in an epic fight to survive. Yep, not gonna get into the rest. It tells you from the writers and the producers of and all of that. It tells you all that good stuff. So that is what it says on IMDb, and it's pretty much what it says on Google. What it says on Google is after a catastrophic crash on an unknown planet, pilot Mills quickly discovers he's actually stranded on Earth. He never actually discovers that. 65 million years ago. Now, with only one chance at a rescue, Mills and the only other survivor, Koa, must make their way across an unknown terrain riddled with dangerous prehistoric creatures. I like Google's better because you actually get to, hear about the movie you're about to watch.
Right.
I don't know. We go through this every time. Again, you're never going to get the same one, it seems like. But I agree with what Nick said a while ago, or I believe that was Nick, or maybe Corey commented with it. But perhaps there is a list that is sent out by the distribution company because,
Yeah.
man,
I think Corey said that.
yeah.
Y'all are both wrong. It was me, and I have the videotape
Hey,
to prove it.
I
Y'all
said it was
just
either
Dun,
you
dun,
or Corey.
dun.
credit for things I said. Come on.
I said either you or Corey. I tried to give you some
Okay.
credit. Nick,
It's all
Mike,
good.
on the other hand, said no.
Yeah, he
Nick said-
threw me right under that bus. It's like, oh, Corey. Yeah, sure.
Hey, we gotta have controversy. That's what sells content.
I appreciate it.
Man, wish I could have sung controversy right now, but I'm not sure how that goes. Copyright everything nowadays.
Mm.
Anyway,
Pass.
like I did that though.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to address that at the end of the show, I think.
So yeah.
Oh yeah, mother suckers.
so yeah. Let's get into our first impressions, and I'll give you guys mine's right now by just kind of glossing over
The simplicity of this movie.
Yeah, it was cool. It was damn near a silent film. It was also confusing because of that notion right there alone. The action was alright, but after watching it, I find myself in a position where I'm not sure what to say about this movie. But there is a lot of time. If you have time to fill, then hey, go for it. But I didn't hate it. The visuals weren't terrible. The acting wasn't even terrible, but the subject matter had left me. And that's been happening so much lately. I feel like I'm giving the same first impressions every dang episode lately. Like, hey, I don't know, but the subject matter lost me. Yep, I'm confused.
Well,
but yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't really confused in this one. I actually understood exactly what was going on. The things that did confuse me or did have me like, what is going on? Yeah, we'll talk about that during the episode. But overall, I didn't hate this movie. Adam Driver didn't do bad. He didn't do terrible. It was a different Adam Driver for sure.
Okay.
That's it for me. I mean,
All right.
Everything else
I'll
I
go
have
next.
to say would tell too much about the movie.
Right. Oh, you don't want me to describe the movie at all?
I mean,
It's the
your first
simplest
impression.
movie possible. Okay.
It's-
Humanoid aliens find Earth 65 million years before Earth is Earth. That's the whole movie.
Yeah. The
It was
Google
Jurassic Park. Yeah, it's Jurassic Park with two humans or humanoids,
whatever you want to call them.
right? Because we don't know what else to call it because they're not Earthlings, so they're not human exactly. But I mean, they did probably cop a couple of squats while they were there, so maybe that's where our human genome came about, and then 65 million. I mean, after the dinosaurs is wiped out, our DNA happens to be there, so it evolves from some aliens copping a couple of squats. Who knows? I'm just saying.
There were a bunch of dead bodies left behind.
See, yeah, there's that too. I mean, it's a fun action movie if you're not too particularly picky about subject matter, conversation, storylines. Yeah, so it's not terrible or anything like that. It's just there's just not enough. There's not story to feed off of to get you invested in the characters. I mean, except for the daughter being, kind of. I mean, the girl being kind of stranded there in her circumstance, but that's about it. Because you don't get much from him about his circumstance
Right.
enough to care. It's just like, oh, that sucks.
That was dangerous when you took it. You just made a good point for me. Actually, this is definitely a movie you could watch like while you're cooking or cleaning or something, and just have it on in the background, and you could actually enjoy it that way. Kind of like some of the Predator movies.
I don't know. I would say that because there's so little dialogue for you to actually listen to, you probably would miss almost everything. If you were cooking or doing something else and you had it on in the background, you look up and like, hey, wait, what? How did it get there?
I mean, yeah, I guess if it matters that much, but I get you. I get what you're saying.
Like it's more of a visual movie than it is something that you can like, kind of zone out and get into. You have to kind of watch it at least. You don't have to listen for anything, but you have to really watch it because otherwise you just completely miss everything.
Fair enough.
But not a terrible movie. It's just,
Yeah, I don't think it needs that long of an eye, honestly, but I understand what you're saying. I understand the where you could get lost if you're not watching beat by beat.
It kind of reminded me of After Earth with Will Smith and his son, which I didn't really care for because I don't like them as far as the movie. I mean, I don't care for them as general rule, but as far as that movie, I didn't care for Jaden Smith in it because I was like, I hope he dies. I kind of was hoping he would die.
He was a jerky kid.
Right. He was an arrogant snot bucket. I don't know.
Kid. That was the whole point of the movie.
I knew you as a kid. You weren't that kind of kid, though.
No.
So I don't want to say that.
I'm not saying that's kids. I'm saying that particular movie. I thought that was the whole point of it. He was supposed to be this snobby kid who dad prepared him for life, and then
dad prepared him for nothing.
Hey man, I didn't write it. I didn't even hardly watch it. I'm just telling you what the movie was about.
Nah, I get you. All right, go ahead, Keelan. I mean, Nick, go ahead.
All right. Yeah, this movie's okay. It's kind of a middle of the road flick for me. The action's decent. The visuals are good. The CGI is not bad at all, which is hard to do with dinosaurs. I thought there were some interesting cinematography in the initial establishing shots of the movie, but then it kind of abandons a lot of that towards the middle and end when the action starts to pick up a bit. I'm not like 100% enthusiastic about the film. It's only an hour and a half long though, so it's not anything that's gonna like make you feel like you wasted any time. Adam Driver does a pretty good job with this sort of role that he's playing. I was watching an interview with the directors, and they had said that they were between him and Tom Cruise, and they chose him for this movie.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and it's also the directors of A Quiet Place, so they kind of want to make this movie similar to A Quiet Place, in which you didn't have to have the sound on for you to understand the story.
Right.
So that's probably where the heavy visual storytelling comes into place, which I think it does a good job about. But if I were going to have some criticisms, they're going to be really stupid criticisms, and they're going to be One, dinosaurs don't behave like anything like these dinosaurs behave. They are in this movie. They're more like bloodthirsty monsters that just pop out of nowhere. When you're thinking about what dinosaurs are, they're large reptiles. They're cold blooded, so they're not going to have a whole lot of energy for running down their prey. They're going to be ambush predators and probably easily scared off with a gun. And there was a lot of dinosaurs that didn't care that they were getting shot at in this movie, which made me feel like, well, come on. Jurassic Park makes a point of the fact that they don't use very many guns in that movie, and it's because, you know, a reptile would run away from a loud noise and not try to hunt people. Although, if you wanted to say this is pre-mammalian life, they're the only heat signatures on the planet right now because they're warm-blooded, then maybe you might have something there, but the movie doesn't really go that far. So beyond the dinosaur behavioralism issues that I see in the movie, I'm also kind of tired of this. I'm tired of I'm tired of the lone wolf and cub story. I'm tired of it. I think it's being played to hell. I think we need to retire it for a little while. I think it's dumb. I think this movie could have been, I would say, 2 or 3 points better on my scale if it was a military platoon that crash landed and we had to see a group of soldiers going through this and going through the story instead of what we get, which is, you know, Adam Driver's character and then a little girl. And a little girl who doesn't speak the language, and it's the same. It's The Last of Us. It's the Mandalorian. It's I'm so tired. It's Sweet Tooth. I'm so tired of the lone wolf cub pairing. Sweet Tooth, yeah, because you got the big dude and then the little kid. Yeah.
Oh, right. I forgot all about that show.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that you mean The Last of Us with instead of zombies we got dinosaurs.
Kind of.
I mean, instead of zombies, you got dinosaurs, mushroom monsters.
Yeah. So I'm really tired. I would hope that we don't use this motif anymore. Again, I think if you did it a la Predator style, where you had like an army platoon that crashed instead of what we get, then this could have been a cool action, bloody, crazy movie. And instead, we get this kind of like sentimental, quasi-funny father-daughter story. And that juxtaposed against dinosaurs brutally killing things, I don't know.
Yeah, so it's not the best trade-off.
Yeah. Those are my first impressions.
You know, I could definitely say that's something I didn't think to even mention. I noticed with all of the silence, there was a lot of like the costumes were more of the focus. So like Mills and his ability or not his ability, his use of his tools.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was really the focus of the movie. Like, oh hey, look how advanced they were before they were humans. And I'm like, you gonna tell us what they are? Yeah.
I think the movie also would have been better if the little girl spoke English.
Or something. If they
I don't
a midpoint.
Yeah, I don't like that language barrier thing because it just doesn't. I don't think that the connection between. I think the connection between them is good enough, but I think it could have been maybe stronger if she could actually speak with him, and they could exchange information aside from rudimentary words that she just picks up out of nowhere.
Right. It seemed like she could understand him, but not the other way around.
It's the R2D2 thing. It's like, how does anybody understand R2D2? He's just beeping at you. But everybody talks to him right back as if they understand what the hell he's saying.
You mean like Groot?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Two things I want to mention. One I'm gonna want to talk about a little bit later. One, which is there were I think about 15 different dinosaurs shown in this movie. I thought most of them were pretty accurate. Not sure how accurate, but I felt like they were, to my knowledge.
Fun fact: most of the dinosaur skeletons you see are just recreations. So a lot of it's high speculation, and then comparing bone fragments and stuff. So
this is true.
We
And
can't
some of
even.
those have definitely been proven to be in the wrong place. So
Yeah, we can't even definitively say whether they had feathers or they had scales, and yeah, so
mhm.
you
Well,
just kind of have to take creative liberties with dinosaurs.
Well,
well,
they look.
they say that's why we don't know if there really were dragons or not because the bones would be different.
Well, pterodactyl would automatically be a dragon. It
Well,
would look
no, I
like.
mean like actual dragons because they say their bones might be hollow and they wouldn't fossilize in the
Oh
same
yeah,
way.
I've heard that. You're
Yeah,
right.
they would grind
Like
down like
birds.
bird feathers or
Right.
a bird bone.
So we might have had dragons and don't know it.
Yeah,
We
this is
have
true.
dragons on the Isle of Komodo, and you can go see them.
This is actual factuals.
You know
Yeah.
that, and if you wanted to, I mean, like that's the closest I could say to the animal behaviorist aspect is that if they were, I guess they were trying to do the Komodo dragon thing, which are really the only type of reptiles that will give chase to their prey instead of ambush. So I guess that's okay, but they're still it seems to me cartoonish. These dinosaurs, like they just pop up out of nowhere, and they've been like purposely going after you, even though there's an abundance of food everywhere. Why would they care about you? They probably wouldn't.
because they're honey badgers
They're honey
Couldn't
badgers.
imagine
Yeah.
them.
and they don't give up.
It's true. It's a good point he makes. It's a very good point. I never
That's
thought
all
about
it is.
it. But the other thing I wanted to bring up was 65 apparently made some, and this is why what made me realize I should have brung it up when I saw it. I didn't even finish reading this article, but it was an article on Polygon. I was looking for it on my phone, but I don't see where I had it at. Polygon.com, and it's an article that discusses the tech side of this movie and how it was able to do things from I guess a space traveler's stance that other movies and other TV shows have tried to do and not really been able to execute. Now, of course, I haven't been able to get really deep into that, but again, me remembering in the moment that most of this movie was us seeing him and how resourceful he was with those tech tools. And then remembering seeing that article and not being able to finish reading it. So I wanted to throw that out there for people to go ahead and check out. Again, this movie was only released in March, so we are kind of talking about it in depth up front. I don't think we should give a spoiler alert at this point because March was not May. But at the same time, if you have not seen this movie, because I only heard about it within the last 48 hours, go ahead, check it out. Tell us what you think about it. Come on back around here. If you watch it, check out our review. And if you're not too hung up on how it's going to go for you to watch it, sit here, hang out with us. That's the closest you're going to get to a spoiler alert. But
It
just
needed
knowing that they,
lightsabers.
you know, what's funny about you saying that? One of the producers
Just
actually
saying.
worked on one of the newer Star Wars movies.
Yeah, unfortunately for him.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say it was actually one of the latest,
Unfortunately for her.
but either way, yeah. No, sentiment still passed. I get it. I was just,
Yeah.
yeah. Never
They
mind.
should have had a lightsaber or two, or maybe some blasters instead of like just bullets.
I mean, he
Because,
did have a blaster.
He had a
You didn't hear it?
blaster that ran out of ammo after some point for some reason.
I think it was jammed.
No, at the end he runs out of ammo.
So weird.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm just saying, we could have got some Star Wars esque artillery fire or something for this movie. I mean, it's
Some
not like we're
lasers.
talking about. Yeah,
There's
he
some
come from a
freaking
galaxy
lasers
far, far
around here.
away.
A long time ago.
Right.
Yeah.
That is a
So
great
I'm-
question.
This is a reformed Ben Solo. If he had not turned to the dark side, he was going to be a
Oh.
cargo. He was going to be a cargo ship driver that ferries people across the galaxy.
Right.
That's funny. The question for all the movie houses right now is, what does a guy have to do to get some freaking lasers around here?
Some
There you
freaking
go.
lasers.
Some raptors with freaking lasers attached to their freaking head. Okay.
That's right. Shout out Mike Myers.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right.
Isn't that what Horizon Zero Dawn is? It's like
What now?
robot dinosaurs, that video game.
Yeah, kind of.
I don't know. I've never heard of that
Also,
one.
what I forget. Duke Nukem.
Mhm.
Duke Nukem had.
Duke Nukem had that?
Yeah.
Really?
Was it? It was the dinosaur. Oh no, it wasn't Duke Nukem. What was that?
Are you talking? Not Turok, right?
Turok. Thank
Turok.
you.
Yeah.
Turok had that. My bad,
Man, you
Timothy.
got
Brown.
me showing my age.
Hey, no, thanks for showing your age. It helped me correct my lies.
I don't
I
think I
got
ever
time.
got past the first level of Turok. I think I died every time.
Most people didn't get past the first level of Turok. I don't think I got past like level 3 or something like that.
I think I beat Turok.
It was a
Hey,
hard game.
hey!
Don't
Don't you
brag.
rub it in.
Yeah.
What didn't you beat?
Mhm.
What's that? What was you?
The
Well, you know
Lion
what?
King.
No. Oh, hey, listen.
Nobody beats that game.
No, that's not true. I saw the video. It happened. He did it
Nah,
on a
they
speed
did.
run.
He cheated. Listen. There is a few games in this world that there are certain levels that humans are not made to pass. That's
Battletoads.
one of them. Battletoads. You know what? Sorry. Whoa, got in too deep into it. That is not what we're here to review. Um,
Right.
hey yo. So the movie 65 is inevitably about everything we've already told you, and that's the part that makes it hard to talk too much more about it.
Yeah.
At the beginning of this movie, we meet a guy. His name is Mills. That's all we get. His name is Mills. Mills is with his wife on the planet Samaris, and they are talking about how he has to tell his daughter he's going to be gone for 2 years. Why is he going to be gone for 2 years? Because he's a cargo freight driver, so to speak. He transports bodies across the galaxy. Wow, that just sounded terrible.
He's a human trafficker in
Yeah,
space.
in
Pretty
space.
much.
Yandu.
Yeah.
Dang.
On a ship that probably could have just run on autopilot anyways.
It was running on autopilot.
Well, it was on autopilot initially.
Where we're at. So his job is to help people, I guess, move from civilization to civilization. He was moving a whole town, I guess, or village of people.
Nah, it was only like 10 people.
That's what I thought, but I swear they said like 40 something.
Anyway,
Anyway,
there were only 10 pods.
That's what I saw.
Yeah.
I saw what you saw. I went back and counted it, so I know I only saw what I saw. But yeah, he was moving, let's say a family or two. And they were in cryostasis. He was taking a nap. Ship was on autopilot, and they go through an asteroid field that was undetected. I'm calling BS right there because we moving people across the galaxy and we taking naps, and nothing's gonna tell us before we get into this unknown asteroid field. Nothing can detect that. Nothing.
Well,
can
it was the asteroid itself that was unknown because it was the planet killer. It was Earth's.
Yeah.
It was the dinosaur killer.
Yeah,
and it was unknown to the star maps or whatever.
Right.
Also, where are they coming from if they're a year into the journey and they're just
Mars?
Planet Somalia.
Yeah, so where is Somalia in retrospect to
You know what I'm thinking?
Because
there were notions through this movie where I was thinking that they were actually headed to Earth.
Maybe they have to have been going close to Earth because there's no reason to be even close to Earth to hit that, to be in that asteroid field. Why would you even enter the solar system?
Right.
That would make no
you
sense.
Traveling at light speed, in my opinion. That's what something else I was thinking about.
Well, but I mean, the closest star system to us is 4 light years away, and that is something like 40 trillion miles or something like that. So where are they coming from? That would have taken them 4 years.
Man, that's like 20 minutes without traffic.
Say it, Mike.
That's like 20 minutes without traffic.
Nah. You know, that thing that they use when it don't make sense.
Plot.
Oh, plot. It was plot.
Yes.
Of course.
Because I have no answer for you on that.
That's why it would have been better if it was a scientific endeavor or a military endeavor. Because then you could say, yes, you're exploring, you were going to a different star system, but you got hit or whatever.
Yeah.
Or you were going to explore Earth. Why not? You could have just said that was the destination.
That's what I'm telling you. That's what I think was going down, but they ain't say that.
Stop making movies better. They're not paying us.
To be a long distance exploratory charter as well. You're right. Good job, Mike.
Yeah, but
there's supposed to be a long.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
long
what were they
distance
exploring?
Who's exploring in a cryo chamber? You were moving bodies from one star system to the next.
Let the
Yeah.
bodies. Never mind.
They did hit the floor eventually.
All I'm saying is they not paying us to make these movies better. Not yet.
Not yet.
yet.
We're
That's
trying to
Not
get a
yet.
job.
So if y'all watching,
Yeah, if they don't copyright our entire channel before we get well known enough.
hey, if they copywriting us, then we must be getting something right. Because I know we definitely not doing nothing.
Voices being heard. Voices being
You know what I'm
heard.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody need to write us a contract.
So once they crashed from the exploratory charter that was long distance, uh, there are no survivors, and he has shrapnel in his belly, and he takes the shrapnel out and he sprays that instant heal pack on it. But after
That's
he
just super
says that
glue in a
there's no
spray bottle.
right,
I need some of that.
Me
and
too.
listen, it didn't do too well because it still got infected.
Yeah.
Better than what I was using.
It was
All that jungle environment will do it to you.
ugh. Yeah. So he goes, he has to retrieve a body after he basically is about to, deletion. He decides, oh, I'm not gonna do that no more. And then all of a sudden it's telling him that there's a pod that's left and somebody's out there and that person didn't die yet. And he goes and he gets the body and he brings it back and he returns to a giant foot in front of his pod. And we find out that 65 million years ago, a visitor crashed on Earth. We already figured that shit out. I don't know why they waited to this point in the movie to tell us. But
I mean, it's in the
it was
name
dramatic.
65. What did we think
Right.
we were talking about here?
I don't know what they thought we thought, but that's for sure how I looked at it from the beginning. When they were like before the advent of mankind, like, oh, okay, aliens. There was a visitor on Earth. Oh, okay, got it.
Aliens versus dinosaurs. We're good.
It's easy. So yeah, after that, he discovers the other side of the ship. He and the whole movie is him and the little girl that he found, Koa, traveling across the ravaged lands to get to the other side of the ship and escape. And let's
15
see, what
kilometers away.
Yeah, 15 kilometers. What's that? 30 miles?
Something like 20 something miles.
Oh, 28 miles, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, think he could have walked that in less than the 5 days it took him.
Yeah, but you got a kid and it's
injured.
hilly and there's dinosaurs trying to kill you all the time.
Right.
I ain't scared no dinosaurs. They supposed to be advanced civilization. He don't know how to take down no Tyrannosaurus Rex.
This is why it would have been cooler if it was military, because then you could have had all the cool space weapons against the dinosaurs. That's what I wanted.
Yeah,
I wanted like a gravity bomb
space
or
exploration grenades.
Yes.
Oh, is that thermite?
Something.
I mean, that wasn't thermite. That was a road flare. That's what those were. Those were explosive road flares. Space flares. So in space, they would have exploded it just into a big ball of gas.
Well, to be fair, the monster was trying to get 350 out of it.
350.
We need about 350.
You get that much 350?
I said, damn it, woman. How you gonna give that monster 350?
All right. We definitely don't want to lose that one. Sorry, guys. Hey,
if you know, you know.
So the whole time they're running into big bugs, it's tree falls. This doofy dude Mills, he's such the I'm gonna keep her safe and all of this, make sure she knows what berries not to eat, but she don't understand you.
No, that's why it didn't work.
But everything he told her not to do, she did. Everywhere he told her to go, she went. When he said, come back to me, and she got trapped on the other side, she said, I came back for you. Man, listen. She don't even understand him.
No, I mean, I want to give a little bit of kudos to the fact that this movie does good at visual storytelling.
Yeah.
It's just that the story it's telling is quite simple. I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Well,
because
and
it's not like like I don't really mind that there's not a whole lot of dialogue, although I would have preferred if the girl could speak with him, then we might have gotten a little bit more out of it. But it does a decent enough job about just telling the story with visuals.
mhm. What I enjoyed was the consistency of the variation of bugs and dinosaurs through the movie. Him splattering the bug against his neck, ugh, gross.
Mm-hmm.
Like gross, but
Got
awesome to
stuck
watch.
to his hand.
hmm and to realize that the blood and guts of that, when it dried, turned into like a glue.
Ew.
Um, the spiders, all the different insects, the parasite that had gotten Nicole's mouth when she was asleep.
That was
Also
the
the way
best part because
the way
Creepy.
he killed that was weird to me because it made it as if he was already familiar and he was also familiar with how easy they were to kill.
He killed that very easily. He didn't even take it out with tweezers or anything. Like he lured it out with a light and then like stabbed it,
And popped it. Yep.
popped it.
Popped it like a pimple.
It's so weird.
Yeah. But which
well,
leaves it to like, oh, he's familiar with this parasite specifically.
well, maybe they have similar ones in Somalia where he's from or whatever.
Or maybe
Smart.
he brought it on the ship.
Dun, dun,
Dun, dun,
dun.
Ah,
dun.
infecting our world.
Yeah.
Plot twist.
Plot. Um, but that's also some of the things that kind of irritated me was his familiarity with how to take everything down. Also from the beginning thinking like, oh, okay, the gun can only kill small things to then all of a sudden it's blowing holes in T-Rexes.
Oh, you got the charger. You gotta hit the, that's when you hold down the trigger button and you charge up your shot before. Yeah.
Also want to point out, it looked like they weren't trying to do like the Sauruses. Looked like they were trying to do like the original genome, the original species. So like you had pterodons instead of pterodactyls and Tyrannosaur instead of a Tyrannosaurus Rex because they had longer, bigger arms. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there was a little bit of those long-armed kimono dragon-looking things. Those aren't real. But the little velociraptor that
Those
tries
were
to attack him first, that was real for sure.
pretty. Uh,
Well, maybe
so a lot.
some of them are from a different period. They're not all from Jurassic period.
Well, the
that
funny thing about Jurassic Park is none of those dinosaurs were in the Jurassic era. Those are all
Yes.
Cretaceous era dinosaurs.
Hey, man,
Yeah.
what I say? I
Just
said
sounds
plot.
Jurassic sounds better.
I
Jurassic.
said plot.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're attacked by dinosaurs on multiple occasions, but it's not until they're attacked by the smallest dinosaurs. In fact, back to really quick when Nick was talking about the visual storytelling. We've already passed through this asteroid field. That's how they got there, and then they start showing Mills looking up into the sky, and even Koa looks up into the sky, and they see this flaming ball getting closer, and you realize that it's an asteroid, and it's as we discussed earlier, the planet killer. That's the asteroid field, the unknown asteroid field that it passed through, and now yeah, that's what you guys meant when you meant it was
Correct.
that asteroid itself that just wasn't
Right.
it wasn't known, it was uncharted.
Fun fact: that is the Taurid meteor stream, and we pass through it twice every year. It still comes around. Yeah,
Oh,
So
man,
what you're
that's
saying is
that's
could
not
always
scary
happen
at all.
again.
exactly
Yeah, it could
It's
always
not
happen
scary
again.
at all.
that's
Not
not
scary
scary
at
at all.
all.
Scary at all. Scary at all.
Stupid, sexy Flanders.
Stupid, scary story. In this situation, stupid, scary story.
Yeah.
Right.
Um. So yeah, they're running. They end up caught in after. Oh, sorry. They see that, and then it's all the dinosaurs and all of that. Because in my opinion, maybe that's why the dinosaurs were being so much more aggressive. Is with that asteroid approaching, they knew the end was imminent, so they just were going. They were acting out of sorts, out of character.
Yeah. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense that dinosaurs would know anything about anything.
Instinct.
Their brains were the size of walnuts. Right.
Have you never seen the
Tiny,
photos from back
tiny
in the
brain.
day? You never saw all those photos from back in the day when people saw that the asteroids coming and the dinosaurs all looked up at the same time right before it crashed?
Oh yeah, I do remember that. I think
Yeah.
that was called The Land Before Time.
There you go.
Yeah,
Was
documentary.
that the Land Before Time?
No, I don't think so. I think it was Fantasia or something. One of those movies.
One of those great documentaries.
Yeah.
You sure it's not Happy Feet?
Happy Feet.
That
That's what
actually
it
is
is.
also a
Thank
great
you.
documentary.
Yeah.
In fact, hey guys, for those who don't know, these are some of the greatest documentaries of all time. You need to go check
And
those out.
Happy Feet's about those sweatshops in Asia, right? That's what
No,
it's
no, no, no,
about.
no.
No.
That's not Happy Feet.
Okay,
Oh,
gotcha.
You're thinking
That
about
was
no, no,
something
about
else.
no,
this.
no.
Yeah.
Happy Feet was the one that's the foot fetish documentary.
Oh, gotcha. Thank you. Very
They were all happy.
The people
good.
on they were on um
It's
wowza.
taking a dark turn now.
You can tell
Yes, it
by
is.
the way we're so unfocused that this movie is just okay.
And you know it's
A big
bad when
tree.
I'm the one trying to stay focused.
Yeah.
Right.
So many jokes to add on right now, but I'm like, nah. See, if I go, we gonna be here for a minute. Then we go. All right. So back to the movie. 10 minutes
Yeah.
later.
hmm
uh, but so they're attacked by dinosaurs. They end up running, getting trapped in this cave. The cave is probably the most exciting scene or scenes that whole moment. Probably the most exciting point of this entire movie. Because for a minute you actually are in suspense of trying to figure out, whoa, what's about to happen now. They go to this cave. They hold up overnight. That's where this parasite crawls in Koa's mouth. That's also the first time they run into the Tyrannosaur. Um, and they are shooting at it, or not they. Mills shoots at it, scars it, takes one eye out, and then they run deeper into the cave and get stuck. They blast their way out, or they blast Koa's way out. Mills gets stuck, gets a little hysterical, and then he fights. I don't know what that was, but he fights
A
a different,
cave raptor.
yeah, cave raptor. There you go.
hmm
Um, which was interesting because at first I thought that thing was invisible,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I guess they
Yeah.
really existed. We're like a Pokemon out here.
hmm
Gotta catch them
Um,
all.
gotta
Well, that
catch
was
that
just
one for sure.
Reptile from Mortal Kombat. That's what
For
it was.
sure, that
Yeah.
was the reptile scene from Mortal Kombat.
hmm
I
No
prefer the
question
newer
about
one.
it.
The one 65 million years ago is not as exciting as the newer one. Never
Are
mind.
you, are you saying that the Mortal Kombat movie that was just
Didn't we review
Better
that?
rep.
Nick?
yes, we did.
He, did you guys? Did we?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Oh
yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
Oh,
I'm just making sure that I'm not sitting over here mishearing you because I know we reviewed it, and that's why I had to double check with Nick that we reviewed it. But you can say what you said again.
no, I was just saying I prefer the that reptile over this one.
Oh, you were saying reptile specifically.
Yeah.
Not the
Got
Mortal
it.
Kombat movie.
Thought you were saying the movie. Like, bruh, I don't know if we want to hear the
Not
rest
the
of what you got to say
movie.
about this movie.
Just the character.
You fired.
Oh man, not again. Oh, Gil's just not having a good day.
Oh, you just haven't heard that in years.
Oh
Oh,
man,
that's a good one. I haven't heard. Oh, Gil's just not having a good day.
no, it's going bad.
Oh man. So jeez, that was good. So they hold up in the cave. They end up running into the Tyrannosaur. He gets caught. He gets out, of course. I mean, what else would happen? You guys thought he was gonna get eaten by a cave raptor? A cave raptor? After he gave up all his grenades and pushed Koa through, and then after she makes it through safely, the mountain falls in the middle of them, and it doesn't crush him or her, and he's able to crawl backwards and keep his gun and his light. You mean
Was
to tell me
anybody
you thought
hoping
he
he
was
would
gonna
have a
die by a
tantrum?
raptor? He did have a tantrum.
No, I just mean like throughout the whole movie.
What do you mean?
Never mind.
No. I want to know because if I'm honest, I think I do know what you're saying. Like he
Well,
would just have like a breakdown all around.
yeah, I have an
But
emotional breakdown because emotions.
yeah, but if I'm playing the devil's advocate and being fair, we don't want that because we would have drug him. We would have talked bad about him.
We're kind of doing that anyway.
I think we're giving Adam Driver, if anything, if anybody, he's getting the pass in this.
Well,
Yeah, he
well,
didn't
the
do a
star of
terrible
the star of the movie is the little girl.
She also gets a pass in this. She didn't have to say nothing in English, except
Right.
you know.
She's the star. I only enjoy this movie because she's the main focus.
No,
No,
I reject that.
Damn.
I say she's the second most notable character. He's the third. Number one is the dinosaurs.
T-Rex. I knew it.
Am I lying? Like the dinosaurs are definitely the main character.
All we
They're the
needed
star
was
of
a
the
cup
show.
of water to vibrate.
I did catch that they mixed in some of the old Jurassic Park dinosaur sounds into these dinosaurs.
How do you pick up on that kind of stuff?
When he kills the cave raptor, it makes one of the raptor noises in Jurassic Park.
Don't all movies with dinosaurs use the same kind of soundboard though?
No.
Not necessarily. No.
Okay.
Yeah. Sound. To my knowledge, you have to purchase certain sounds.
Really?
Oh my god, yes.
You get the
So
licensing
you definitely
rights
ain't
and
gonna get
stuff.
the same soundboard as everybody because everybody ain't got the same budget.
Yeah.
Dang.
And they probably paid for that raptor sound just to add it
Sure.
as an Easter egg.
Yeah, those who did and didn't, and you caught it. I don't think I even heard the raptor sound. I don't remember. But I do want to note that they're continuously checking on the asteroid because the asteroid is their timetable. At a point, they're only given 12 hours. When he gets out the cave, then he tells Koa everything and explains to her that they only have 12 hours. And once again, he gives this long, complex ass dissertation, and she understands. Like,
yeah,
he doesn't even know how to make his instructions simple. But
they could have had the translator, I guess.
The translator broke,
right?
Which was dumb. I'd rather the cantina, the food checker had broken, and the translator worked. It would have been more interesting. And it's the crazy part to say more interesting because this movie was still interesting. Like you said, you definitely could watch it. Like I would say, it's a background movie to me. You could watch it totally mute and still enjoy it. I don't think you need as many eyes as Mike believes. However, I do believe that it's a silent film invariably. If you eat from beginning to end, there's nothing you really need to hear.
So you mean Charlie Chaplin could have been the star of this and we'd never know the difference?
Charlie Chaplin would have smoked this. Are you kidding me?
Can you imagine him tripping over dinosaurs and stuff? You know,
there was so much. I'm thinking about Charlie.
He'd be putting some rakes down for the raptors to step on and hit in them face.
Smack yourself in the face twice.
Yeah.
Still get all the raptors. None of them get to him. That one that get past the last rake, it somehow walks up and starts licking his face.
Yeah. Stepping into him like Sideshow Bob on the Zips.
Oh man.
Hey. If it's one thing people will find out when they actually watch the depths of when we talk, we know our stuff. This stuff this ain't it.
Yeah.
And this is actually I said this earlier. This is actually one of the better films or movies or whatever you want to call it, screenplays, that we've caught on the streamings in the last couple of weeks, or a month or two. So hey, that's the interesting part. Definitely. Nah, I think we might have had one since Beef, but maybe not. If not since Beef, then maybe we're doing a disservice. We're scraping too low.
We might be scraping too low. We might be.
But then, I mean, people get mad at the bottom of the barrel too.
Evil Dead Rise wasn't terrible.
No, that wasn't.
How low did we?
I think that one was like a 6.
Yeah, I think a 5 or a 6. Yeah.
You're right. It wasn't no sit on my ladle when I went for the. Through the
it wasn't Project Legion.
Hold on now. Is that the one we gave negatives? I forget already.
Nah, that's the one we gave like 0 points.
Yeah, that's basically a negative.
Yeah. I don't even think it made a 1. Like a whole solid 1.
That's crazy. Oh well, their fault. He gets out. He tells her everything. Oh, wait. He gets stuck in quicksand, and though Koa is nowhere around, she somehow knew exactly where to put the branch.
Yeah.
Hey, makes sense to me.
And there's a tree branch that's just so long enough, she's strong enough to pull it down so that it can get into the quicksand. And she knew exactly where to swing it, so it smacks him somewhere like near the hand, and he grabs onto it and pulls out.
Right.
Um, yeah,
What's the
sure.
problem?
Plot.
No, that's how quicksand works. If you get that far down, a branch magically appears so that you can grab it.
You can
Right.
see it.
Mhm.
Well, no, you can't see nothing. You can
No.
sense it with the.
The
Oh wait,
force.
you
With the
said it. I
force.
didn't.
Just want them to know it's not our fault. It's the fault of the people who are involved that are involved in the other thing. Talk to them, don't talk to us. I said it at the top of the show. Yeah, I could pick it up.
Hey, it is what it is.
But yeah, after she saves him. Oh no, sorry. That's when he tells her. After she saves him from the quicksand, then he tells her about the big scary asteroid that's coming. And also there was a point, I forget what point, but he had already told her, that he had lied to her. And he
Mhm.
apologized for that. But that's the one thing in this entire movie she didn't remember and understand.
Yes, she knew everything else. But she knew how to fill up the water canteen. But
Mhm.
she didn't understand when he said that her parents weren't alive anymore.
Huh?
So
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And then proceeds to lose her shit as soon as they get to the escape pod.
Oh yeah, they
Yeah.
get there. Everything is good. He telling her that everything is golden. Oh, don't forget how she tied that small rope around all those trees and still had enough to him to get up. Just had to throw that one out there. But they get to the ship and everything is ready and good to go. And she basically tells him, "You lied to me," and we don't know if she said that because we don't know what language she was speaking. But at some point, he tells her about her family and tries to speak her language, at least saying the word family, which to me felt out of pocket. You ain't trying to meet this girl on her level at no point through this entire movie.
Yeah. I mean, at that point, he should have just bopped her on the head and threw her in the escape pod, to be honest. Like, you guys don't have that much more time, and there's dinosaurs everywhere. You got to go. You got to
Yeah.
go. Yeah. I mean, out of all the futuristic things he had, he didn't have like a spray that would make her pass out or something, or like a stun setting on his gun.
So he should have shot her.
Yes. Just, let's go,
That's
man.
like
We've
Nick
been
said,
on this
"Hey,
nightmare
sir, save
planet
your
for the
life."
past 5
I mean,
days.
that's the final frontier right there. We shooting children.
Right. Just deal with this preteen adolescent attitude later.
I said set the phasers to stun, you guys, not to kill. So it's all good.
Hey, either way, you still shooting children.
All I'm saying is he probably had some rope. Oh, he did have some rope. He could have just lassoed her.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's okay. There's still one more card the dinosaurs have to play, and it's while the meteors are starting to descend upon
These
Earth
dinosaurs
and fire
smart
is
as hell.
falling from the sky, and the two Tyrannosaurus Rex just so happens to find the escape pod.
Yeah, as they get there and everything is golden, and he done convinced her to get on the pod. And don't forget that the notion of his daughter possibly being dead is what made them comfortable at night. I mean, I had to bring that up before we get past that too far. But yeah,
I mean,
the hologram of his daughter, basically, like that was her last video.
Yeah,
That was weird.
yeah.
Especially for him to later have to explain, "Oh, my family." Like, wait, so she didn't get that?
well,
And
they
he
don't
didn't
speak
even
the
get
same
paid.
languages.
He definitely didn't get paid, and he got a new kid.
And he got a new kid. His wife's gonna be mad. He's gonna
Well,
get
not
she's gonna be
necessarily.
mad.
Not necessarily, because
Look, he
now it
came home
replaced the one that's
brown baby.
dead.
But she not though.
Yeah,
No, I think she is.
I think she
she is dead.
Yeah, because she was in the
That was the whole point of the
hospital.
movie. His daughter dies while he's away.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of that. You
Mm,
didn't. I guess you didn't catch that.
I saw it, but I thought it was more of a daydream, like a possibility, excuse me,
No,
than an actuality.
no. He gets a telegram, a space telegram, when he wakes up and realizes she's
Oh, she
dead.
had time.
Yeah, she died from whatever the disease was. It got bad while he was gone.
The
It was-
disease that's so bad in a civilization that can traverse the universe.
Right. She got. Guess what she caught? Take a guess.
I
What
don't
am I
know.
gonna say?
Space herpes.
Herpes. Yeah.
I was actually I was gonna say she got space rabies.
Space rabies. There
Hey,
you go.
hey, keep the theme
That could
going.
be
So
it.
once
That could be
again, it's
it.
God damn it, three in a row.
I
You
think
signed dinosaur
we should
rabies.
definitely have a shirt at some point that just says it's rabies.
Look, you got a movie, they sick, zombies,
Right,
it's rabies.
it's
It's
rabies.
rabies. Yep.
Zombies,
But in this case,
vampires.
space rabies.
Space
Matter of
rabies.
fact,
Yes.
listen, that's the T-shirt right there. Zombies, vampires, rabbits, rabies.
Hmm.
Right. Oh man.
Dinosaurs. Put dinosaurs on the back.
Right. With a question mark.
Hmm.
There we go. There's our merch. There's our new merch.
Hmm.
Like and
New merch
subscribe
on
for
the way.
merch.
Like and subscribe. Right. Share the merch that is.
You know what I'm
Um,
saying?
so yeah, he's
No,
attacked by
don't share the merch.
Tyrannosaurus.
They get
No,
stinky.
yeah, they buy it for somebody for their gift, you know.
If they wearing the same one, it's gonna get stinky.
Mills defeats two Tyrannosaurus only for one Tyrannosaurus. The last one, the one he hit initially in the face, and it just scampered off and couldn't get to him. It appears Bacoa took those do not eat berries. Do not eat. Me. Hold on. Why you got an attitude and understand? Make it up. Make it make sense.
Yeah.
Right.
At some point, she took a bunch of berries. She smashed them, rolled the stick around in it, and then covered it in a big giant leaf. And I'm like, so she just learned how to make poison dinosaur killer? Okay.
Caveman, no.
Okay,
Wait, man,
because
all
she's
right.
indigenous, yo. So she knows the indigenous ways of being.
I didn't say it.
Yeah.
Hey, wait. You can't say that. No.
Right. I wish we had them one of the memes. That's racist.
That kind of money right now. When we get a soundboard, that
Right.
will definitely be on there. Mostly for me, if we're being clear.
Right.
I say most of the most out of pocket shit, and I don't care.
I thought I said the most out of pocket.
You want to say some of the most, but we have to put that shit behind the paywall. The shit I say is the free out of pocket shit. You, sir, are over there writing presidential speeches and shit.
Hey. Never mind. I almost said the wrong thing again.
Yeah,
Stop setting me up.
see what I'm talking about? And Koa stabs it in the eye, saving Mills. Stabs your
Again.
statement in the eye. I mean, no. But so the third one appears. It chases Mills. It takes the steam in the face like a G. Like, I eats those. I bathe in this. But then Koa creeps up on it from behind, stabs it in the eyeball, and then it gets hit by another steam blast, and all of its flesh is gone. And it's like, bleh.
Okay.
This movie was very graphic. This
Mhm.
movie was very graphic. If you're squeamish, and you can't handle the pressure, trust me, there are about 5 or 6 moments in this movie where you will probably walk out.
Really?
Yeah, it's got the Sam
for
Raimi.
squeamish people.
It's got the Sam Raimi gore.
Yeah,
You know.
this definitely had more gore than the last flick we watched.
Yeah, doesn't the T-Rex get like melted?
Literally,
Just
face melted
completely
off.
melted. Yeah.
The movie called Blood
pretty
had
good.
much less blood than the movie 65, or
That's true.
Insinuation.
Hmm.
But either way, after she does that, they get back to the pod and they escape. You know, they shoot their escape. After the T-Rex actually flipped the pod back over for him.
Yeah, helped him out there. That was a solid.
I saw that coming. That coming. But my issue is, so you got into the escape pod in this asteroid field that your ship couldn't navigate through.
And now you're gonna
straight through it.
I guess because it's smaller, it might make more sense. But
If it
you're
wasn't a
right,
line
because it's
drive, I
falling
would've
on the
stopped.
Earth right now.
So it's already broken into the atmosphere, which means
Yes.
no, gravity's not even going to be working the same. And I don't think well, you know what? It's alien technology. Maybe. Who knows?
Stop messing with
Well,
the
and
plot.
isn't there supposed to be like a rescue ship coming too?
Yeah. So now I guess they're tethered to that. You know, it's just straight
Mhm.
direct line shot.
Stop messing with the plot.
Sorry.
Never.
I was expecting them to see the asteroid on their way up, but they didn't. I was gonna cause so much bullshit. They didn't do it though. They didn't
Well,
do
I mean, wasn't it supposed to be the size of a small
you
planet?
just see Bruce Willis in a spacesuit sitting on it,
right?
waving
As
at
they
them.
go by, going like, "Hey, who's that guy?"
Don't wanna close my eyes.
Right.
Too late.
Don't want to miss
No,
Adam Driver.
We're
Yeah,
we are gonna get copywritten again.
No, we
I
can't.
said,
I know.
I said Adam Driver.
Oh,
What do
okay,
you mean?
good. You're good. Never mind.
But yeah, no.
Oh man.
Or this is one of those movies that ended in one of those spots where you go, "Oh, it's over."
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well,
And even though that's how it ends, you go, "Huh, okay, it's over." Yeah.
and then you see the evolution of the planet after.
Oh yeah, through the credits. I actually thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah. But it kind of ruins the idea of there ever being a sequel.
Yeah, unless they go prequel.
I
Oh
would say
God.
that doesn't ruin it because
Oh,
you still have
God.
to get into the Ice Age.
No prequels.
And I would think the woolly mammoth shouldn't have been around, which we'll get to that in a minute. I would think the
No.
woolly mammoth shouldn't
What
have
it'll
been
be is the Avengers have to go back in time to stop the asteroid from hitting.
Hey,
from
hey,
hitting the
let's
planet.
not mess with the mouse.
around. And you know who's gonna be leader of the Avengers this time, right? Black Falcon.
And White Vision.
I'm sorry, Black Falcon. Yeah, you get it. I was saying Black Falcon America and WandaVision Vision. That's right.
White WandaVision.
They can call them the Yin Yang Twin.
Oh,
There you go.
that's racist.
I'll add that sound drop
You
for
think-
the
you
next
think they'll
episode.
whisper?
Don't worry about it. I can add it. Don't worry.
Hopefully they don't walk up whispering to nobody. So really quick, I want to go through the 15 dinosaurs that were on here, and they
Why?
have art because I wanna.
Okay.
And they have
Good
an
enough.
article actually on Screen Rant that makes it kind of easy to access and just check that out. They have the Tyrannosaurus Rex, and I'm actually gonna read the list that they have on Screen Rant right now. Tyrannosaurus Rex, the woolly mammoth, the Nothosaurus, which
Nope.
kind of looks like a Komodo chameleon, in my opinion.
Okay.
Dana, Danis, Danosuchus, Sucus, the Dinosuchus. That's the one.
Does
right?
that one have a comedy
Dino-
special?
Damn.
Who's
Is
Dino?
that the one with the?
That's the one that would follow her up onto the rock when the pterodactyl-like creatures were behind her.
Oh,
The Phaseolasuchus,
the
which is the one who was like the rampaging T-Rex, the one that chased them into the steaming piles.
The geysers.
Yeah, the geysers. Velociraptor.
That was the little one that jumps at him at the cliff.
Mm-hmm. This Garapteris, which is the pterodactyl-looking one with the wingspan, because they're smaller. That's what they're called. Desung Gaia.
we need
Got
to
it.
do a podcast about
sun
describing
garapter.
Latin names,
Yeah.
the scientific names of things.
You want me to put some accent on it? Chung Garapteris.
Exactly.
Not gonna work here no more.
Parasalu.
You really wanted to do this, huh?
You're
You're only like 5 in.
Parasaurolophus. Yeah, I don't know. I got myself into some shit here.
I said why?
These are not
Because I want to.
because I want to. These are not Latin. And it's shit. It's funny. I'm sorry. The
It sounds like you're
Jacopil.
reading the ingredients of a cereal.
These are the side effects of red dye number 5.
Dextrothyroids.
They sound like diseases.
The Jacopil, which is the armored dinosaur they pulled out the tar. Um,
That poor thing.
the Pectinodon, mm.
That sounds like an itch.
Oviraptor, which is the cave raptor.
Hmm.
Uh, the prehistoric beetle. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? I don't know where they saw the prehistoric beetle
The
at.
sticky one.
Oh, the
Ugh.
thing that's
Hmm.
yeah, that thing. Okay, got it.
Sticky booger.
The pseudo scorpion. There was a pseudo scorpion.
Get over here.
Hmm. Oh, the pseudo scorpion is what was on his hand,
Oh, okay.
I guess. The unknown parasite, which is the thing that was in her mouth,
Yeah, that's weird.
and the
Quetzalcoatl.
the Quetzalcoatlus, which is the flying pterodactyl looking things.
Yeah, that's the Mexican super god or something.
The
I thought that
feathered
was
serpent.
chupacabra.
Serpent. Yeah, serpent god. I think.
Oh,
Quetz,
Quetzalcoatl. Yeah,
Quetz,
that is it's a real thing
yeah.
with human
I
head,
wasn't.
human
I
body with
wasn't
bird
being
face.
racist.
No.
Not that time.
Fine, I'll take your word for it. Yeah, no, it's okay. It wasn't not this time. Not this time. But yeah, no, I don't know why I wanted to read that, but I wanted to, so I did that.
Do you
Did I
regret
do
it?
it well? Yeah, a little bit. Absolutely. I had to think about it. Absolutely regret it. I just wasted the last like 3 minutes making myself look like a complete ass.
We
Can I do
appreciate you
anything to
for it.
change it? Oh yeah, that's exactly what I
Yeah.
was about to get
Yeah.
at. Can I
Yeah.
do anything to change it? No. Did I do it
Nope.
confidently? Yes. Do I
Yeah.
stand by it? Absolutely.
We're gonna have you read a toothpaste next.
Right.
I could pronounce more of these than the shit on the back of the toothpaste.
Go get a bag of organic corn. Read the ingredients.
Right.
How about go get go get a spring water that you buy from Walmart.
No,
No
I can't.
thanks. I
You
don't buy
definitely can't
spring. I
pronounce
don't
none
buy
of that.
spring water from Walmart. That's
You know what's
literally
so
just the
funny?
tap water that they threw through a Brita.
It's so funny. And I'm gonna tell you the only reason I bring that up. I wouldn't buy at Walmart the other day. Oh, you know what? Actually, let me be totally honest. It might not have been a Walmart, but I did stop there. But I don't remember if it was there or the gas station. One of the places I was at, which is in the exact same vicinity, it probably was the
Mhm.
Walmart gas station. Um, they had like all the water sitting outside in the sun, and it's like 90 degrees.
Jesus.
And the only thing I
That's what you
thought
want.
was, now I already read the back of these bottles before, and I know it's more than water in there. Man, for real, this is what we doing? We
Right,
heating it up
because you
now?
got to drink. You got to drink that leached off plastic.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yikes!
Hmm.
Don't do
It's
it.
good for
But
you.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I be going on tangents. We be going on tangents. We have so much to say. We have so much to say right now.
But not
It's
much
because
about
this
this
movie.
movie.
Yeah. I think we talked about as long as this movie and probably talked the same length of the script
More.
about this movie.
Way
No,
more.
no, no. I mean about the movie specifically.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get to ratings, guys.
Well, hey, here we are giving our final thoughts and our ratings on the movie 65. I think we can sum up the 6 and the 5 and give us an even 11 out of 3. Split that down the middle, and I'm playing.
Fair enough. Fair
Um,
enough.
yeah, visually this movie actually is kind of captivating. It makes you have something to watch. This dark scenes aren't as dark as most of the things we've seen over the last 2 years, and I appreciate that. You see him get bitten, you see the blood drip, you see the slashes, you see the explosions, the deaths, and you're not cheated for of the visual effects. You're actually given the visual effects full frontal, and it's relieving. That's one of the things about this movie I can honestly say I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Outside of
it's
that,
well enough lit.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. Outside of that, dealer's choice. Dealer's choice. Not hateful, not hateful, but there are things to like and dislike about this movie. I say go check it out. That's my opinion. Um,
Yeah, it's a good kill
Rating.
time movie.
Absolutely. Again, one of the better movies we've seen, like Nick said, since Beef, which I do think was around March when this actually came out.
Mm.
Um, I'm gonna rate this a 4.5. I want to give it a 5. I feel like that's just selling it a little too high. Uh, But a 4.5, I think, is really decent for this simply because it's not something. I don't think there's anything to dislike. I don't think you can watch this movie and honestly say, "Oh, I hated that movie." Like, what were
Right.
you watching? There's nothing to love and there's nothing to hate. So you can like it or you could dislike it. If you say you dislike it, I do understand that. But to absolutely hate this movie or to absolutely love this movie, I think you just be trying too damn hard. So for me, it's going to be a 4.5, 4.5. Um, and hey, if I give it a second watch and then when we go back, as we do occasionally, I might upgrade it. I don't think this is a something that can be downgraded from whatever we give it today because there's nothing to make it worse. Aside from being forced to watch it. If you're forced to watch it, then yeah, I can see you wanting to be like, all right, nah, gotta downgrade it. So yeah. My opinion though, that's just my opinion. 4.5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mike?
I gave it a solid 5 because I didn't hate it, I didn't love it, but it was decent enough to where I could enjoy it as well. And I lean more towards the liking it than the disliking it side. Visually beautiful. Um, the acting is fine because there's nothing to act out except just survival and getting through it. I mean, the dialogue's kind of not there, so there's nothing to really go on there. But overall, I enjoyed it. It's a solid 5 for me. I think they needed some more lightsabers.
Yeah, definitely that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this strategically a 5.5 because I think that that's where the consensus is. If we add it all together, it'll become a 5.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I liked the sound design. I thought the sound design was good. I like the special effects. The CGI is very good. It's not once did I feel like it looked hokey or poor or anything like that. I think that the set design was decent. The designs of the ship and the sort of spacesuits and all that stuff was cool. The dinosaur behavior was a little bit dicey for me. Doesn't make sense that they would act that way. Um, and I'm tired of the lone wolf and the cub story. So that is not a positive note for me. Adam Driver does well. The little girl does well enough. I think that it's too simple of a story for the lone wolf and the cub. This would have been perfect, as I said. I'll reiterate: this would have been perfect if it was a military platoon or a scientific research endeavor. That would have been great, perfect. Because then you have a cast of people you can kill off one by one in fun ways. And you also have people to talk to each other and sort of fill out the story a little bit more. As it stands now, it's almost like when you see somebody trip, but nobody else sees it, so you can't laugh at it. So you have to kind of just pretend like it didn't happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like there's no audience for you. Like it's kind of like you witness something that nobody else did, and I mean, that story works, but I feel like it could have been better with a bigger cast and more people to react to a planet full of dinosaurs, because I think that was kind of important. I feel like Adam Driver didn't really even acknowledge the dinosaurs most of the time. It's like he wasn't shocked by the fact that he's on a foreign planet with alien beings. Like those would be considered aliens to him. Does his civilization know about aliens? Do they think there's life other places? Like, so
He wasn't
I
that
guess.
shocked that the air was breathable either.
Right. And he didn't have a monitor to check that. If you're planet hopping, I think that's the first instrument you build
Yeah, he
is
checked it with his lungs.
with his lungs. Yeah. So I think it's about a 5.5. It was enjoyable enough. The action is decent enough. Is it something that I would go back to? Probably not. Is it the best dinosaur movie? No. But is it serviceable? Yeah. And you'll probably enjoy it. It's a good hour and a half. It's short. So 5.5.
Yes, indeed. All right. Yep. That brings us to a 5 out of 10, 15 out of 30, an even 5 across the board. We evenly agree that this is something that you can definitely run through your day when you have a schedule going, but you want to get some entertainment on. You could definitely pop this one on and get some enjoyment out of it. Well, that's how we feel about the movie 65. For those of you who are here listening, sticking around, we appreciate you. For everyone who's going to catch this later, of course, we still appreciate you. For everyone who's going to tell their friends about this, you go ahead and do that. And for friends, you're new to it. You just now checked this out. We appreciate you. If you're listening to the audios, I'll give you the quick run over. If you're watching on any of the video outlets, go ahead and look at your screen now. Take a screenshot. We have up on the board all of the shows that we have coming on all of your platforms from Tuesday all the way through to Sunday. Monday is your off day. You have If Numbers Could Talk, Screen Time Continuum, Strawberries and Coffee, and King of Ilion. Both of those are on Twitch. King_of_Ilion, Exofathom, and This Merry Moment. Go ahead, check those out on all of your platforms. Again, if you're looking visually, you'll be able to see exactly where those are on that card. You can take a screenshot. And for those who are listening through your audio platforms, check those out on YouTube, Facebook, Rumble, Twitch, Spotify. And hey, maybe that one that you like will be coming too soon as well. For the Screen Time Continuum, checking in with 65 sounds in the background. Thank you guys for hanging out. My name is Keelan.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Mike.
Yes, indeed, guys. Thank you.
You got a wind-up toy back there? What's going on?
He was winding up his T-Rex so he could chomp across the
Oh, cool. I like those.
You talking to me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you.
No. I don't know what you did.